Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with match number... We're in match number 3 with the Skred Red. This, unfortunately, is going to have to be a mulligan as well. Another one-lander. We do have 2 relics. I mean, you could cycle these away. It's a very powerful hand with Blood Moons and relics versus unfair decks, but we are going to go ahead and just ship this back. And not our day as far as the one-landers are concerned. I think we ship this one back as well. And unfortunately, we have to keep a 3-lander. I will get rid of a Mind Stone. We don't need it. And unfortunately, the Scrying Sheet is also bugged. So, not looking good for us, especially if this is... Okay, it's going to be Affinity with a basic mountain. I don't think we care about a Vault Scourge. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a Relic. We want to keep the Lightning Bolt for something more problematic than a Vault Scourge, like a Signal Pest. That's the perfect card to kill. And our opponent kept a very greedy hand as well. So this might just be a budget version of Affinity. And now I could actually kill the Vault Scourge and just have left a Signal Pest that can't attack in any damage. But I think still the Signal Pest is the right card to kill. I'm just going to go ahead and cycle the Relic, just to see if we can have some more information, because I don't think he utilizes his graveyard too much. And now we can actually, yeah, we can bolt off the... Well, we don't have to do it yet. We can just pass the turn. So now I'll bolt off the Vault Scourge. And he can... the Signal Pest now does nothing. And an Ornithopter as well is not a problem. So I think we will just be proactive here. I guess Blood Moon is actually weaker than Scrying Sheets, because I think we can use Scrying Sheets later on. So once again, we'll just pass. I'll be okay with just taking 1 damage from the Signal Pest. Yeah, I don't care about 1 damage is not a threat. So we're gonna wait with our Skred and actually use it against something that does matter. And here again is where the Scrying Sheets bug is very problematic, as we could have played it last turn and then actually activated it. So if I draw a mountain here, I'll be pretty disappointed with the bug. All right, as a Pyrite Spellbomb, I think that's better to use. I think we'll just Skred. We'll cast the Pyrite Spellbomb. And we might as well just Skred off the Signal Pest now. And our opponent still doesn't have a land. So we'll Skred it off because I'd rather use Pyrite Spellbomb if we need to cycle through to find us something. Now here's a Phoenix. Now we can get some damage in. And we're in pretty decent shape other than we're down to 1 card. And our opponent can kind of go nuts if they get their second land for like possibly an Arcbound Ravager. Inkmoth Nexus. So we want a Blood Moon. That guy will get taken care of. And let's do it right now. And I actually don't think we need to quite Blood Moon yet. I want to activate his Scrying Sheets. What a dumb bug. Not even let me tap this way, so... And it's a Pyrite Spellbomb on top. So we will just attack in. And not worry about... So now we can Blood Moon both of those out, so we can use this Pyrite Spellbomb to kill, like, an Arcbound Ravager. So it doesn't appear to be a budget version of Affinity. We just found the one And here's a fun little card with the Spellbomb. I think we will Blood Moon now. Kill off the Etched Champion. And just continue to get in with the Phoenix. We are out of cards now, though, is the problem. And we can't activate our own Scrying Sheets. A Memnite is not an issue. But the Steel Overseer is an issue. But we found the perfect solution for that. We'll continue to just get in here for some damage. Now the Arcbound Ravager is... He should not be untapping here. Because I'm still attacking with the Phoenix. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if he has enough activations to make this worthwhile. We'll see. So he's going to go double block like that. And I guess this is where we go after a Thopter. And he'll sack it to the Ravager. And I think we still go after the other Thopter. Or the Overseer here now. Yeah, I think we kill the Overseer. We try to. So he does have a big Ravager. He can definitely draw out of this. The Volcanic Fallouts are not nearly as good. The Shattering Sprees will be incredible. And the Cranial Plating is definitely a rough card for us to deal with. So tag with an 8/4 Ravager. I might just trade with the Memnite here. Because I'm not sure how much more damage we can take. Now, I'll wait for another card in case. Go to an 8. But now he can loop it on what other card he needs to. And it's a mountain. I think no matter how we block, we just lose. Especially with another cranial plating. So block here and block here just to give us another turn, but I don't think another turn does anything. Plus, he could just kill me here if he played his cards correctly, if he just sacked his Ravager to his Memnite, but maybe that's possibly not what he wants to do. We need that bolt at least a turn earlier, and we'll go on to the sideboard. So Affinity tends to be pretty easy for Skred Red. We just play an obscene amount of removal. I actually don't like the Blood Moons as much as I just like Molten Rains. We don't quite need Dragon's Claws. We don't need... we'll bring in the Shatterstorm and the Shattering Spree. I do like Chandra Pyromaster. The card I actually don't like is Koth in as much as we usually like to run. And Phoenix is just okay versus Inkmoth Nexus. And honestly, I'm not even quite sure we need... I'd rather have like another Pia and Kiran Nalaar just because it acts as ways to kill. I could like justify putting in one Blood Moon because it shuts down enough cards. But usually it's just not an issue. I'd rather just have the 2 damage, the kill the land completely. And I mean, Affinity usually does use Blood Moons. So Relics can actually come out. Relics are actually very weak. And that means I can still put in a Blood Moon. Or another Koth, but I think another Blood Moon. Just the one of Blood Moon is fine. And we'll call this good. So we'll go ahead and submit this. All right, yes, we'd like to play first. And another iffy hand. Oh, another one of those hands that I don't know if I like. I'm going to keep it. We need to draw into a mountain and removal. With all our mass removal in this deck, we need to find that as soon as possible. This continues to be a big disappointment with how this is bugging out. The activation from 2 to 3 is just... That's a huge difference in a deck that likes to keep like 2 up. Or two mana up on a Scrying Sheets rather than a whopping... ends up being 4 mana basically to activate the Scrying Sheets because you have to tap the Scrying Sheets and 3 others. Anywho, let's pass the turn. We don't really have many dead draws except for more Koths and Chandra's Phoenix. The Mind Stones can kind of get us out of some tricky situations. We'll Mind Stone here. I don't think, again, we care too much about a Memnite. Things I care about are Steel Overseers. Well, now I kind of care about it. So we need to draw a red land here. Perfect. So we'll kill the Inkmoth Nexus. Let's actually do this correctly. Use the Mind Stone. Oh no, there's no point to anything here. Can we actually just cast the Mind Stone for free though? 1, 2. Yeah. There we go. Much better. And we'll Molten Rain down the Inkmoth Nexus, and hopefully that sets him back. It probably doesn't with another Darksteel Citadel. So there's the Steel Overseer, and I can't actually... Yeah, I think that we need to draw in like a Shatterstorm. Another useless Scrying Sheets. I think we just have to Koth here. And try to get in for some damage. But this is not looking good. The Spellbomb is going to be very rough for us to deal with. Especially as like a cranial plating in his hand. And there's the plating. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm going to cycle a Mind Stone. He doesn't have the mana yet to equip. But he can attack the Koth down. He's actually going to keep it back. And he's not doing damage to me, which is the good news. We have a Skred now. A Skred actually does take care of... Well, it did take care of the Spellsky. So now we can Skred it down. Yeah, this ended up working out really well. So I could be kind of greedy here and make him take an additional damage. How do I want to do this? No, I think we just Skred off the Spellskite. And then we'll untap it. Oh, jeez. That's the one where it puts it on top and then... Ah! I screwed up. I hate that. Yeah, that really messes up my play. That's 4 damage I can't get in there now for. But we'll take care of the... Yeah. Oh, that hurts. Because now I can cranial plating on the Koth. That ended up might costing me the game in that 4 damage. It's actually a lot of damage because the Darksteel Citadels. But he doesn't decide to do it. So that's lucky that he'd rather play like an edge champion here. And that ends up being... So let's tap everything but that land. Shattering Spree is just for 2 because this will still have protection. Alright, let's see if I tap this correctly. I don't need another misplay here. So here and here, because neither one of these are the newly controlled ones. Okay. So choose target artifact, this one. We want to replicate it once. Oh, that is true. Yeah, you can just block with the Edge Champion. So that 4 damage is really going to hurt my ability to come back from this. Another Edge Champion. Both of those are going to be hard for Koth. He's actually going to be a head-on damage per turn. The Bolt... So you do know it's going to be a Phoenix. But I don't know if I can wiggle myself out of this. If I can race the 2 Edge Champions, especially if he has another cranial plating. So far, so good. It doesn't appear that he's either missing lands for the particular mana. I'm going to have to bolt that off. I don't think I can race it. Oh, I might be able to race it now. Ooh. The Vault Scourge is rough. Because it gives him some life back, but I still think it's Signal Pest we take care of. Because we hit him for 4. Vault Scourge will gain him back some damage, so some life. This will do 3 extra damage, though, if I don't go for Vault Scourge. I think we just have to try to put him on a turn 2 clock, so it is going to be Vault Scourge we're going to kill. And just, again, here's an extra draw that we could have found if this is a land underneath. I know it sounded like a broken record. But he has 1 turn to deal. And he's got to kill me with 14 damage without getting any life. Two cards in hand. You gotta block flyers. Ha! And we would have found it. So Scrying Sheets might have cost us another game with the bug. Ay, ay, ay. We'll see. If there's a Galvanic Blast or a... There is a Galvanic Blast, but that doesn't get him completely out of the picture here. He could have the other Galvanic Blast and just win next turn. See what we would have found on top. We'll have to tap this like this. And it's a Skred, which at least could have Skredded off the Signal Pest. So, unfortunately, let's see if it's a Galv Blast is the last card in his hand. Or something to block. Takes me down to a 2. And it is. Alright, so, yeah, that's this is... I'll continue playing one more game, but I think we'll call an end to Skred at the moment. Just with the bugginess of the Skred Red. See what our next card after that would have been. Again, I don't know if that would have solved anything right there, or if we could have come back from... It would have been another snow-covered mountain after that. And we were just 2 damage short. I do think this matchup is very, very favored for Skred, though. Maybe, possibly should have molded the hand. I think the hand was fine, though. The Etched Champions in finding that red mana, that Mox Opal off the top late, was definitely key to securing. That was very close. Anyway, this has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Playing on a Budget. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Gathering Magic and check out our Playing on a Budget playlist, which contains every episode. Thanks again, and hope to see you soon.